In this screencast, we're going to look at how to get started with Google Sites. I'm just going to show you a few things to get going. So to get to Google Sites, first you should get yourself a Gmail account if you don't already have one. And once you have a Gmail account and you're signed in, you can either use the menu system for Google, or you can just use the search engine itself and go to Google Sites. If you already have sites, it'll show you on your list. But we're making a new site, so I'll click Create. You can choose a template. Just to show you from scratch, I'm going to go with blank template. If you choose a template, you're going to want to investigate that template and see what sort of pages and functionality it already has built in, because you don't want to have extra stuff littered around your website. So you change what you can use, but then you want to delete what you don't want to use. Okay. So you have to name your site. Let's just call it DBS Architecture 2012. Oh, what the heck happened? DBS Architecture 2012. Okay, so we'll see if that's available in just a second. You can also select themes. Let's just keep it simple for now. Okay. You can also, if you wanted to right now, you can add in your site description if you already knew what you wanted to say. But you don't have to put it now, and probably a better idea just to put it later. And then you have to fill in your CAPTCHA, more and more common these days on the web. And you just click Create. Okay, so the name was okay. And what I get is it's just bare bones site. So all I have available is I have a sidebar over here that says Home and Site Map. That's all. And then I have an open page that just says Home. So we're going to want to make some changes to that. So there's different ways to make this editing. I can go under More, and I can go to Edit the Site Layout. That'll give me access to a few things. You see up here I have this new row of commands. So I can look at the header. All this does is it either makes my header invisible, like not there anymore, or it shows it if I put it back and forth. You can also do horizontal navigation, which right now I only have a home page, but later you can put more pages there for navigation going back and forth through your site. I'm not going to put that for right now. You can get rid of looking at your sidebar if you want. So I'd probably choose one of these, either horizontal navigation or sidebar, but probably not both. But I'll leave it on sidebar for now, a little bit more traditional. And you can customize your footer as well. So custom footer content goes there. So once you're done editing the sidebar, then you can just click Close. If you want to add more things to the sidebar though, you can click on the plus, and then it gives you these different options. So one thing you'll be adding in, and I'll ask all of you to add in, is one like this text. So if I click Add to the Text, then it's going to show up on my sidebar. Okay, there it is. And if I click it, it's going to ask for a title. So what I want everyone to have is links to the classmates' sites. So classmates' portfolios. You can call it something different if you like, it doesn't really matter. And then in the content part, you're going to put the name of each student, and you're going to link to their sites. So you just select the student name, and then you just click on the linked chain here, and you can enter in, well, copy and paste is a better idea. You can copy and paste a URL to their site. Okay. That's one way to put in links. You can use other methods than the text box too, but it doesn't really matter so long as it works. Now you see the update. Classmates portfolio, student 1, student 2. So a very basic sidebar so far, and you can add in things that you like there. I'm just going to close this editing for now. If I want to edit this page itself, then I'd click on the Edit Page button. Looks like a pen or a pencil. It's called Home. That's fine for me right now. And on here you just want to put like a brief introduction to your site. Just to have a basic layout, you just choose what you would like from this list. So right now it's on one column layout. What I'm going to use to start off with is to have something similar to this one. That is 2 columns but also something at the top. So it's given me a bottom section too. That wasn't really important to me, but it's ended up putting my text in the middle of the page. I want this at the top, and these two are going to display, remember this is the front page of the website, so I don't want to have all of my posts showing here, but I would like to have some sort of summary so that when someone visits my page, they can see a snippet of the most recent activity. So I'm going to save this for now. I've got my basic layout. It still doesn't look like much, but I'm going to have to add new pages. So I'm going to click on Add Page, and I'm going to make a name for my page. I'm going to make this an announcements page so it looks more like a blog style of page. I want the page to be put under the home level of organization. Now I'll click Create. So now on my display of learning, there's two areas on here as well. It's hard to see them because there's nothing there yet. If I click on Edit Page, it's easier to see them. Now I have a box at the top. So in the box at the top, I want to put a general description of what the page is for. And I can save this. So now I have a general description up here. Yours, of course, would be a little bit more descriptive than this. Now, the new post, that's where I would actually put my learning. When you're putting in a post, you want to put a title to it. So perhaps it's based off of some activity in the class. So it's going to be Activity 1. I don't want this to be too text-based. I don't mind if you put a couple of lines of description, but I want there to be something visual shown here, depending on the activity. For example, I have this MindMeister mind map that I've made. If I want to embed this, then MindMeister gives me a way to do that. In this particular case, I click on Sharing. And there's a small little notice here that says Embed Map. Now I copy and paste the embed code, go back to my Google site, click on my HTML, and I embed it. So Google automatically has a gadget that it's going to make this work with. So then once I'm done that, I save my post, learning. Now if I go back to home, I still don't have anything showing here, so I can go into my edit, and now I'll be able to input one of those boxes that I wanted to do earlier. So I can go Insert, Recent Posts, and now I have one. So I can go Display of Learning, and I can make whatever changes that I like. Let's see if it'll show that MindMeister map on the front page. You can do regular alignment adjustments here as well, or you can even remove it if you don't like that widget anymore. Like Google Gadget, I guess they're called. So it will show it if you do the full post. So you have to decide that yourself when you're going through, if you want to show the whole post or not. It might clutter up your front page too much at times. I'll just leave that as it is for now. So I've got my other one to make. So I have to add another page. This one's going to be my reflections. I need this to be an announcement page again so that I can put it into that gadget window. You'll put it under home once again. And just click create. So here's my reflections page. And if you remember, we click on edit page, and then you post your general description of the page. Try to spell things properly. Description. Okay. Don't click on new post yet. Click on save first, and then you can put a new post. Change your title to something meaningful. and just click Save. Let's see what this looks like. So I'm going to insert another recent post gadget. Now I've got two I can choose from, so I'm going to change to reflection. Short snippet, let's just put the full post for now, because we only have one. And there it is. And it looks like it goes off the page. When you save, it adjusts to the size. So there's nothing really in this reflection since it's just an example, so that's how it's looking right now. So the page is already much better developed. Remember there's a bar down here in the template layout design that we used. So you can add things down here if you like too. Okay, so I think we've gone over the basics of getting your site started. As we need to know more information, we'll have to help each other in class. Remember there's the forum on the Moodle. So when you go back to the Moodle, you'll be able to see the forum and you'll be able to help each other out for using Google Sites.